which is last week we discussed 10 smells that can indicate the presence of witchcraft. That video not only went viral, but it got a lot of questions. And one of the most popular questions I got from that video is, White Raven, what are ways for you to protect your home from evil spirits? So today, I figure that I need to share some ways in which you can protect your home from evil and dark entities. This is something that interests you, which is stick around because it's coming up right now. Blessed be, this is White Raven over here. Today is Monday, so happy Magic Monday to all of you guys. Very happy to be here with you. Thank you so much for your support on the video last week. That was way popular. It's a little bit overwhelming to say the least, the amount of views that video got so far and the amount of questions and comments that I got from you guys. Welcome to the new subscribers. Again, my name is White Raven and I am here to teach you magic from my perspective, because when you start this path, it's a little bit hard. And I want to be for you what I wish I had when I started. Very important, which is I do not work for people. I have to repeat this a lot because I have a lot of new viewers. If you need any spells, I have over 500 spells here in this channel that will assist you with love spells, reversal spells, bindings, hexes, curses, you name it. Everything is here, so please go through my videos. So let's get into the video that I have for you today. Today, I want to share with you 10 different ways in which you can protect your home from any type of evil attacks. This is going to be a mix of different traditions, so you can choose whatever it is that resonate with you. Please note before I go ahead that I am a witch and I am Puerto Rican, so I use a lot of Christian elements into my magic. So know this, you don't have to. If you have nothing to do with Christianity, you can do most of this magic without adding the elements of Christianity. So you can choose different ways that I'm going to share with you today in here to protect your home. At the end of the video, I am going to give you the list of what I do, my favorite ones. Number 1, salt and water, which is if you want to keep evil spirits at bay, a great way for you to do this is by sprinkling salt mixed with water. And you're going to go around your home and you're going to be sprinkling this in every single corner of your home. While you do this, witches, you also want to be chanting prayers of protection. Of course, depending on your beliefs, you're going to be using a different type of chants. If you don't mind using the Christian element, you can definitely use Psalm 91. It's one of the most popular psalms to cast evil away and keep evil at bay. Of course, Saint Michael, Archangel, is another very popular entity, angel to call upon whenever you are cleansing your home and you are doing enchantments and chantings for protection. You can also recite Saint Michael Archangel prayer. If you are more into paganism, you can do the goddess protection chant, or you can create a chant requesting the help of the 4 elements: earth, air, water, and fire. Number 2, smoke witches, saumerio. That is very popular in Spanish traditions and also in folk magic. You can mix dry herbs such as rosemary, rue, bay leaves, and you can add to that some palo santo, and you mix all that in a mortar and pestle with copal. You then are going to burn this mix in a charcoal tablet. Get your incense burner, and you are going to go throughout your home, allowing the smoke to clean every single room. Focus on doorways, witches. Focus on windows, and also focus in corners. And as you move through your space, say prayers or affirmations asking for any negative energy or spirit to be removed. Number 3, Flor washes. We talked a lot about this in our previous video. Yet, I'm going to give you another recipe, which is Mix water, cascarilla, which is ground eggshell, with some Florida water, basil, and any protective herb, like for example, rue, rosemary, angelica root, agrimony, yarrow root, mullein, and there's many more, which is, it depends on your tradition, but add some of those protected herbs to that water as well. I always suggest for you to check what is popular in your tradition, because there's many of us in here and we're from many countries and we follow different things and we have different herbs in our countries for protection. If these herbs are dry, then steep them in water for a little while so you can gather all the juices of the herbs. You then are going to put that water into your floor wash water, and you're going to go around your spaces mopping and cleaning. Again, if you do not have floors, this is something that we discussed last week, then you can clean the walls and surfaces with this water. For Puerto Rico, so when I was little in Puerto Rico, the old ladies used to wake up really early in the mornings, all the grandmas, right? And they used to wash their sidewalks around their perimeters of their house, all the sidewalks, with a liquid called creoline. They still sell this in the botanicas for the same purpose. It's something that smells really pungent. So if you want something to research, there you go. Research creolina in Spanish brujeria. Number 4, witches. I love to place stuff around my house, particularly in like hidden spots that I don't ever go to, or in places that are very hidden from your everyday life. So you can mix a bowl with vinegar, and to that you can add some black salt, and you can leave a container, like a glass container, in corners in your house that you think could be problematic, you know, that they're just dark and they just don't feel good. You can leave this vinegar with black salt in there, and you can change that water once a week and just refresh. That's a good way for you to absorb bad negative energy. Also, if you have ashes from any type of cleansing incense like sage, camphor, rue, palo santo, you can also add those ashes into this mix. So saving ashes when you burn incense is really good, which is because you can do a lot of magical stuff with them. So there you go. Another way for you to cleanse and keep away dark energy from places in your house. Number 5, something that is very important, has been used for centuries, which is, this is iron. In folk magic and throughout tradition, iron is believed to be very feared by evil entities and dark energies out there. So you want to have iron charms and amulets throughout your house. One very popular iron item that you can put in your house is a horseshoe. Also, you can do forearm crosses with iron nails. You can also stick in every corner of your house a railroad spike. They sell those in your local botanicas. I know not everybody's gonna have them around, but these are really big sticks that you can put in the 4 corners of your house. You can also use tools, any tool that you have at home that is made out of iron, and witches, your cauldron. Your cauldron will be your first tool of defense because your little cauldrons are iron. Iron is super important when keeping evil at bay. Number 6, one of my favorite things in the world, a witch's bottle. These are so popular and they are ancient. I have a whole video over here on witches' bottles, and they still until this day remain as one of the most popular ways for you to keep evil away. They're very simple to make, and I'm going to share with you some of the things that you can use to make your own witch's bottle. Number 1, you're going to need a glass bottle. Important, witches. In that bottle, you are going to put sharp objects, like for example, iron nails, pins and needles, shard of glass, anything spiky that you may have around. You then are going to fill that bottle with either with red wine, any type of vinegar. You also add your own urine, and if you have your period, then to add some period blood, it is also advisable. What you do then, witches, is that you are going to bury this bottle by your front entrance. A lot of people don't have any type of ground or dirt in their front entrance. So what you can do, you can put one of these witch's bottles inside a pot with dirt, or you can also put it in a dark, secluded, safe space at home for protection. Last, many people when they are building their houses, they like to put witch's bottles in between walls. So if you're able to make a hole in between your walls and put a witch's bottle in there and then patch it up and fix it, that's another great place for you to put your witch's bottle. So there you go. It's a great way for you to keep evil at bay, a witch's bottle. Number 7, dusts and powders. And some good examples are going to be salt, cascarilla, red brick dust, ochre. You want to mix all this dust and you want to sprinkle this dust in thresholds in your home. For example, in hoodoo, brick powder is number 1 protecting your space from not only evil spirits but also evil magic. So red brick dust, ochre, salt, black salt, cascarilla, those are great elements that you can sprinkle around your doors, around your windowsills, around any thresholds, which is that you have to create a barrier between your home and any spiritual forces or any evil magic coming towards you. As you lay this dust, make sure that you are stating your commands and recite your chants for protection and envision witches, a very strong and impenetrable shield around your space. Number 8, another way that this one I really like, for you to keep your home safe from evil spirits. Keep evil at bay, which is not difficult. We can do this. These are called witches' balls. Now, witches' balls are very similar to witches' bottles, but witches' balls, you are going to be decorating with very sparkly crystals. Usually I use the Christmas ornament, the ones that are made out of glass. And inside I will put very sparkly crystals and also some protective herbs. If you want, you can also put things like little pieces of wires all wrapped up. The idea is for you to catch evil spirits in there because they're lured to all these sparkles and all these pretty things inside the bottle, but at the same time they cannot escape. I shared a video with you guys over here like a couple of years ago, and they were called Sprite Traps. I'm going to also link them in the description of the video so you see how Sprite Traps are done. What you do with these witches bottles after you add all these sparkly crystals and interesting trinkets that you think will call the attention of spirits, you are going to hang them in your windows as a decoy for evil entities. Number 9, which is amulets, talismans, and imagery. One of the most popular things that you can put in your house to protect yourself from really dark, heavy energy are Saint Benedict medals. I have some of these medals and I've been sending them in some of my orders, like as a gift for people. So I hope I don't offend anybody. I kind of stopped because I don't know which ones of you guys are more pagan and which ones are more open to any type of Christian stuff. So I stopped. But so you know, if you have very heavy, kind of scary feeling, oppressions, and maybe attachments, Saint Benedict's medal is the medal for you to use if this is something that you feel comfortable with. You can also use anything Saint Michael. Saint Michael is very powerful against evil dark energies. A lot of people use gargoyles. I love using my gargoyles as guardians, and other people use scapularies, for example, and a lot of imageries of saints and things like that. Now, these items need to be charged or blessed. And you can do this yourself. If you don't want to go to a church, if you want nothing to do with church, you can do this yourself. You can use, for example, the power of the 4 elements to charge these items. You can use salt to represent earth, or you can use earth to represent earth. You can use incense to represent air. You can use a candle to represent fire. And you can use either holy water or just simple water to represent water. And what you do, you bless this one item with the power of the 4 elements. You charge it with your command and you tell this item what is it that you want it to do, which in this case is going to be protection. You can also charge these items with smudging and of course with visualization. Other people like to charge all these items under some type of moon phase, or if you're okay to go to church and ask your priest to bless this item for you, then that's what you will be doing. And then you're going to place these items in problematic areas or in areas that you think need a little bit of help keeping magic and evil at bay. Number 10, crystals. A lot of witches and a lot of people like to use crystals for protection. Also remember that these crystals, once they are absorbed, they need to be cleansed. So you can cleanse a lot of these crystals with the moon light. I personally like to bury my crystals and leave them there for a little while and then bring them back out, all clean and all charged. Some great crystals for protections are going to be black tourmaline, obsidian, selenite, and I also, especially for my room, I like to use amethyst. There you go. Number 10, crystals. Which is, these are 10 great and common ways for you to clean your space from evil and dark energies. You should definitely use what resonates with you. If you do not like Christian elements into your magic, it is pointless for you to add Saint Benedict's metal for your protection when you're going to feel some type of way. So use what resonates with you. That is the most important thing, okay, witches? And as a last detail to this video, witches, I want to share with you some of my favorite ways to keep my energy always clean and dark energy at bay. I use some of the things that I already mentioned, but to me, these are very important. Number 1, witches, I am going to create a barrier in my home, and I do this by collecting dirt from a cemetery, from a soldier's tomb. Now, let me say something that is really important, which is I have a connection to this type of spirits. I have an agreement with this type of spirits. I have respect. I leave my offerings, and in return, I ask for their protection. I mix soldiers' tombs dirt with my silver infused salt. That salt is infused with silver, and I do this because I want to keep at bay not only evil spirits, but evil creatures that lurk in the night. So there you go. That's one of the things that I do. I go outside my home and I go around my perimeter and I sprinkle this dirt. I don't care what my neighbors think. I don't care what people think. I care about being protected. So that's one of the things that I do. Camphor. I was very insistent in the last video on the use of camphor. I use camphor to annihilate anything lingering in my home when it comes to evil energy. I love to do sigils, especially in all my windows and glass doors. And I will do these sigils with my oil, holy oil. I have this oil in my website and the recipe is from the Bible. And I use this oil to sanctify anything that it touches. So I recommend that if you want something helping you when you do sigil, especially if you want to draw stuff in your windows and in your glass doors, holy oil is a beautiful oil to have. I also bless my home with holy oil. That is something that I will do. I will go throughout my doors and I will bless every entrance with holy oil. Sounds, witches, I absolutely love sounds. I don't mind going around my house with a cowbell, making the loudest noises you can imagine. There is something about loud noises that will just clear out anything negative. So I love going around my house. When you see those little memes with witches with pots and pans going around their house, listen, that is such a great thing to do. I go around my house with bells, with cymbals, with cowbells. I don't care. I make the noise. I make a lot of noise. And that is something that always makes me feel so refreshed. Last, witches, take 5 minutes, even if it's just once a week, and visualize a shield of protection, a bubble of protection encasing your home. That is really important, witches. Witches, as I mentioned in the past video, it is really important that you also maintain a healthy relationship with your ancestors, deities, saints, angels, spirits, whoever it is that you work with. Because remember, they're the first ones that are going to be protecting you in the spiritual world. So it's really important that you not only do these things at home, but you also have a great relationship with your spirits in the other side. And that's it, witches. I really hope that you take notes. I really hope that this information assists you and help you and give you some type of guidance for you to understand that you got what it takes to do what you gotta do. I hope it was clear. Let me know if you have any further questions with regards to this topic. Remember that I have a beautiful website, whiteravenandwitcheslayer.com, in which I have a lot of products that not only are going to help you with your magic, but they're also going to help you with cleansing and protection. You can also go visit me in Facebook, White Raven and Witches Lair. Remember that I do not work for people. And if you want to know a little bit more about what we're talking today, check out the videos that I'm going to put in here. And as always, witches, remember to stay very smart, but above all, you must stay very wicked. Bye. See you Monday.